Welcome to Ufa. What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm in the city of Ufa, the capital of the Republic of Bashkortostan. Founded in 1584, this city is the 11th biggest city in Russia with just over 1 million people and the biggest city in the Republic of Bashkortostan. Bashkortostan is the first ethnic autonomy here in Russia, founded in 1917. The Bashkir people are a native people to this region. There's about 2 million of them in the world, and the vast majority of them speak their own language, Bashkir. The city of Ufa, is the capital for the Bashkir people, and even though this was founded in the 16th century by Ivan the Terrible, the Bashkir people have actually been living here in this region for a long time before that. Nowadays, the main industries in this city are oil refining, chemistry and mechanical engineering, and the biggest company from this region is Bashneft, an oil company which controls the oil fields from this region. As with every city, we begin our tour of Ufa on Lenin Street, next to the statue of Lenin. You can see it behind me right here. This statue of Lenin is actually pretty unique. Built in 2001, it shows Lenin in front of a pedestal, on a pedestal in front of an obelisk with a globe on top of it. I've never really seen anything like that. It's not the common ones you see around Russia, and that's because this statue is actually not from the Soviet Union. This one is from 2001. Most of the statues you see in Russia of Lenin are from the 40s, 50s, 60s, so they all have a classically similar design, whereas this one is much newer. There used to be a statue here in the 1920s from when Lenin died, and that statue was removed a long time ago, mid-Soviet Union, and was replaced by this one. I actually really like this one. It's very unique, it's very different. I've never seen anything like it, and I think it's really great that Ufa has put up a different style of Lenin statue. Alright, so now we're in the center of the city, Lenin Street. Like in almost all Russian cities, it's one of the central streets in the city, so let's go and explore. Most famous statue in Ufa, a statue of Salavat Goliath. He was a man from this area. He's a national hero of the Bashkortostan Republic because of his participation in the Cossack rebellion many hundreds of years ago. This statue here was built for him in 1967. It's 10 meters high and it looks over the forest and over the city of Ufa. You have a really great view from up there. This statue is so iconic for this region. The statue is actually on the coat of arms of the region of the Republic of Bashkortostan, and because of that it's a symbol of this region, and everybody here from this area knows about this statue. One thing I like about Ufa is how they have two languages next to each other all the time, Bashkir and Russian. Mainly everything's in Russian, but you often get a second line which has everything in Bashkir, and sometimes the Bashkir thing is even first. And one thing I really like here, they have this theatre behind me here, names of different plays they've had on. and you can see how they have a slightly different alphabet in the Bashkir language, and it's just something that nobody who speaks Russian can understand. It's a completely different thing, like it's a completely different language. Behind me here is the first mosque of Ufa. Built in 1830, it's actually the first mosque in the whole of Bashkortostan, and it's characterized by its simplicity. It has just one minaret. You can see behind me a two-story minaret, and it has a simple, beautiful style. During the Soviet Union in the 1960s, 70s and 80s, this was the only mosque functioning in Ufa, and therefore it has a really long history from 1830s all the way through with continuous usage until now. It's gone through various reconstructions and upgrades over the years, but you can still see its old heritage. Behind me here is the most famous monument in Ufa, the Monument of Friendship. It was built in 1957 on the 400th anniversary of the Bashkir people voluntarily choosing to join the Russian Empire. You can see here on the statue it says 1557 to 1957. The statue depicts two women, one wearing the classic Russian costume and one wearing the classic Bashkir costume. And on it, it has a description saying something about the uniting the people of Bashkortostan and Russia. I forgot exactly, I need to go and take a look. This area here is on top of a hill which has a view over the main river which goes through Ufa, which is called the White River. Actually, this was the old location of the Ufa Kremlin, so it's no accident that they decided to place this monument right here. So now I'm at the front of the monument so I can read the inscription on the front. It says Slava Velikoi Bratskoy Druzhba Ruskого и Bashkirskого народов. That means glory to the great brotherly, the great fraternal friendship of the Russian and the Bashkir people. Revolutionary leader Vladimir Lenin visited this city, Ufa, on two separate occasions, both in the year 1900. On the second time he came to this city, he rented a house with his wife. That house is right behind me here. They stayed here for 3 weeks, and then after the revolution, once it became known that Vladimir Lenin, the hero of the country, stayed in this house, this became a protected place, and in 1941 it was turned into a museum. Nowadays it's still a museum, the House Museum of Vladimir Lenin, and you can go in and see what it's like inside. So even though he only stayed here for 3 weeks in the year 1900, this is still preserved as the House Museum of Vladimir Lenin. Currently sitting in one of the nicest parks actually in the center of Ufa, Park Yakutov. This park, I read online that it used to be full of amusements and children's stuff during the Soviet Union, and it kind of got a little bit dated, as you see all around Russia those Soviet style parks do. And recently it's been renovated, redone with beautiful new walkways, and now there is new sculptures, actually some modern attractions, and even a pizzeria. And actually it's pretty nice for an inner city park with a really nice place to walk. As I sit on this bench, I can see lots of families, couples, old people out here for a walk this afternoon. biggest mosque in the whole of Russia. It's called Latulpan, or Lala Tulip as in the flower, and it's pretty impressive. It took 10 years to build. It was completed in 1998, and it has 2 minarets which are both 53 meters high. The architectural design of this mosque is based on one of the most important symbols in the Muslim world, which is a spring tulip which has not yet blossomed. And that was the inspiration for this mosque, which I think is very unique and very beautiful. The building behind me is the Odzoni Kidza Palace. Built in classic Stalinist style over half a century ago, it really stands out from the buildings around it because of this classic old style, which is just not that common in Ufa. It's a very beautiful building, and in front they have a statue of Odzoni Kidza himself, and this square is also named after him. Nowadays, this old palace is used as an oil university. Thank you very much for watching. This is the end of the video and you're watching my flight back to Moscow. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you have any comments about this city, I would love to read them down below. And even better, if you're from Ufa, write it down in the comments and tell me how you think I portrayed your city, what I missed, and what I should see if I go back another time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.